at that, weren't late. You can never be late if you just start a random one. Welcome to a new show. I can't remember what it called of itself now. Guess what? The cat wants to go out. That's never happened before, has it ever? It's, I wanted to let him out earlier and he didn't want to go. I was going to lay on the floor. He's not been very well, bless him. So, anyway, I was going to do it tonight, and then I realised somebody else was already on. So I thought, I'm not going to be rude. God, I'm such a noob. Got a big black border around the top, I think. Then I realised that Punk Rock Vapor was on, so I thought, I'm not doing that, because that's rude. But it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, because everybody's watching him. And then I thought, well, I'll do it tomorrow night then. And then all of a sudden, it went off. So I thought, I might as well do it tonight, because it's a lot easier, because chances are I'll end up working late tomorrow night or something like that, because that's what always happens. So for the first time in a long time, I've had the polish out. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Obviously, it's not a vape channel. It's the Loot Newt something. In that, I've got that cherry bakewell. That's really nice, that. If you haven't tried it, I don't know if it's still available. I think it disappeared, but I'm not sure. And then while I was polishing that one, I did the switch in this one. So we've got the B2B version 3, was it? Was it 4? V4. And used this for absolutely ages, so I polished the button up. That's still got proper John's coils in that. With that 28mm Valhalla on the top. It's nice. It's a nice mod, that. So I don't use them enough. They just end up stuck on the shelf behind me, or in a cupboard or something like that, and I never really use them. And that was an absolute fortune. So I really ought to use it, didn't I? Really. I've even polished the bottom of the switch. Look, isn't it amazing? I thought I'd do a show because it's the only time I can get him first. It's a cracking tool, that. I had it a few years. It was Tim that told me, because I didn't clean the switch right and I could never get it to fire. Tim says you need to get the switch apart better and give it some stick. And sure enough, here we go. It's a cracking tool. And in that, one from Graham. That 5-pound salted caramel, it's gorgeous, that. The only thing is, it stinks the place out. You can smell it all over the house. It clings to everything, so it's one of them, really. And when I do it, my wife goes, that stinks. So that killed 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I don't know what we're going to talk about now. So all the content's stolen, and we're not late. So that just about covers everything, really. I could do with a bit bigger buffy, so I need to take on other shows, really, because I've lost my place. I've got the E-Leaf iPower with the Albrecon, and I've left the juice downstairs, but it's the one of those fluid long fills, and it's got that coconut mango ice cream. And I tell you what, that's bloody lovely, that. Do you know, as soon as I press go live, he jumped off that bloody bed, and now he's going to plague me out until I let him out. The bloody nuisance. Congratulations. Right, I've been for a walk today, 6 mile, and I'm absolutely buggered. And then I just got the mad urge to go live, so I thought, well, I'll change it from cancelled to something else completely different, and we'll see how we get on. So I've got masses of people in chat, so I better say hello to all of them. Hello, Ian, and hello, John Paul Glasgow. How are you doing? Looking very handsome. All right. It's a filter. It's just a filter, mate. That's all I use. I just put a filter on. You can lose 2 stone. And the other thing is, if you ever take a selfie, make sure you put your head up, because it gets through 3 of your chins. That's my secret. So I've had a bit of a wander around today. I went over to the East Coast. It's become a bit of a thing. I started off at the far end of Mablethorpe, and now I'm down as far as Huttoft Beach. And so today I walked from Huttoft Beach up to Sutton-on-Sea and back, which is 6.4 miles. and my ankles are dropping off because for half of it I had to walk across sand on top of a path. So your feet are doing this. And I had a job to walk. I had to go into a garage on the way home to nip into the shop. I had a job to walk in the garage. I bet they all thought, look at that poor bugger, he must have had an accident. That's a bit of suntan as well, I think, off that, because it was cold. I got there and I took my drone. I thought I'm going to have a bit of a fly around with my drone. And I got there and it was windy as hell. So I thought, well, I'll see if it drops. Apparently it wasn't supposed to be windy while 5 o'clock this evening, but this was 11 o'clock this morning and it was like 25 mile an hour, it must have been. And I thought, well, I've dropped one drone in the Trent the other week, so I'm not going to smash this one up and all. So I didn't bother. I just left it in the bag, to be honest. But I got some amazing footage. I wandered up and down, and but I had to walk. I'll just share this with you because there's not many people here. I basically walked a mile and a half to find a toilet because it's not the sort of place you can do anything else, is it really? But it was getting to that stage. Anyway, I found one in the end, so it was all right. 40 pence for a big wee. What do you reckon to that, eh? 40p. Thankfully, because I didn't have any change, you can actually do it on your phone. Otherwise, I'd have been doing a leapfrog. And I must be getting a bit slower in my old age because I started going through the barrier and it shut on me. And then I started walking back through the barrier and it shut on me again. So anyway, there we go. But that's my story of today. I enjoy it. I didn't go anywhere last week because it was chucking it down, rain and windy here. So I went down the riverbank here with just on some grass. And I was same again last week. I had really bad nappies cheaper, yeah. Well, that's right, yeah. The thing is, though, I mean, I'm on them blood pressure tablets, and if you need to go, you need to bloody go, like. And like, obviously, you don't really want to be exposing yourself to people, but you just need to go. It's a basic human function, isn't it? And what you're supposed to do, like. Anyway, I found a toilet, so. But I'm going to have to get some. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I suppose in the summer, like, you'd have your shorts on, you just pop in the sea, wouldn't you? Have a sea wee. But I really got into that. I really enjoy it. I walk miles. Always on a Monday, but I walk miles. And as the weather gets better, I'll probably walk, even more miles. But I've got it going now in 4K 60 frames per second, and I just wander about and film everything, and then shove it together in a couple of videos. And that does for a week. You do two fairly big videos a week. The trouble is they're too long because you go for a walk, it takes 2 hours, so you don't really want 2 1-hour videos. So you have to sort of shave a bit off that even. But certainly since I've got it going in 60 frames per second, and I got this new graphics card, it's really, really clear. I mean, it's beautiful today because it was really sunny but windy. But when I got back, I felt like I got a suntan. My face was bright red. It obviously had been sandblasted. It's sore, like, up here. So there you go. That's what you want to do. Go out and get sandblasted. I understand I need to go every 5 minutes, it seems like. Yeah, yeah, I suppose that's it. But that's what it says on the medication, that you'll probably go more often. But I think they finally got my blood pressure down to a level now, so we should be all right. Still not had a drink. I haven't had a drink since the 11th of November. So I'm not thinking of going back to it anytime soon, to be honest. I've sort of got used to life without it. So it was having a bit of I was getting a bit too much damage. I think with Lou being poorly. My lad, I used to do it when he was first started being poorly. And in the end, you just get that much down. You don't know what you're doing. So I think I'll steer clear of it. Because the only way it's changed my life really is for the positive. I mean, this morning I was up at 7 o'clock. Well, normally I don't work on a Monday. So in the drinking days, I'd have got up about 12. I'll be back on it by now, like, and it's no good. Just waste your life away. So that's my life story, really. You've not had one in 3 years, good lad. Yeah. Well, the way I feel at the minute, like, I probably won't either, because you just sort of think, well, I mean, it's odd time. I mean, my big thing was spirits, really good whiskies and that. And the odd time you think you can sort of remember the taste of a really good bourbon or something. But it's just not worth the hassle, really. Because, I say, within no time at all, I'd be sticking it down me again, so what's the point? He's a good lad, isn't he? Punk Rock Vapor. I've never really got to talk. I think was he on Benny's show and I had a quick chat to him. But I just noticed on my notifications, you know how when you subscribe to somebody, it don't put it to everything, does it? It just puts it to randoms. BBG, how you doing? Just puts it to random streams, I think, or random videos or something. So anyway, I've clicked on it now, so I knew he was there. I actually thought he was on tomorrow night. He's got a nice setup there, hasn't he? Really clear camera and that. Oh, it's nice to see y'all. I don't know, this channel I ain't really done it on it. I think the last thing I did on it was Christmas. There doesn't seem to be any point in putting any sort of ape content on it because I don't really want to do it with that. But it's handy to shout down and have a bit of a live, isn't it? I suppose I could do a bit of a live show every now and again. Now, especially now I've got the best name in the world. If anybody fancies coming in, I've got... I'm in Zoom, if you've got the link. There's a coming. That's why I've got my earphones in, just in case anybody came in. See? That's what it is. Has your missus come back yet then, BBG? Or is that it? Are you done? Don't tell her about the woman that come round to clean the house. Well, if you don't say it, I won't. I've forgotten what it was like to drip. It's been that long. There's a wonder proper coils packed up. And the bloody coils never wear out, do they? It's a bit like the everlasting light bulb. I've just got now, so I just vape these mouth to lungs all the time, and you sort of get a bit... I don't spend as much time up here, because Sue's gone from being on nights to being on sort of... She comes in at 11 o'clock at night, so I don't seem to spend as much time up here. And then on my days off, when I used to be sat here doing stuff, I'm out, like. I've gone somewhere for a walk. It's amazing, isn't it? I spent a fortune on a microphone and a audio box last year and then get demonetised in about November. Was it November or December? I can't remember. I think it was November, wasn't it? But apparently Simon's got it and all. They've demonetised him, so it's not just me. And Mike vapes. He's gone as well, so it's obviously that vape content's gone. I wonder about ape content. This is back camera. No, she's already done the 40 now. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? That's what you have to do, isn't it? We're the same when we come back off holiday. I'm usually at work the next day. We're not away while June. I'm supposed to be. I would have been in Benidorm today, but we never booked it. Because life's a bit tight at the minute, to be really honest. There's not so much spare cash about as there was. So I didn't want to go and sort of decide to, go somewhere and then find out I couldn't stand to miss the money. The cab wants testing at the end of this month. It wants servicing next week. So, you've only got what you've got, haven't you, really? So I thought it wasn't really worth the hassle. I might as well save up because we were going away with Lou and that. 14-hour shift, bless her heart. I tell you what, that's some shifts in it, that. I used to do, when I first started cab driving, I'd do 106 hours a week. Just used to work 15, 16, you know what I mean? I would start at 7 o'clock on a Friday morning and finish at 3 o'clock in the morning. And the only time off I used to have was 5 o'clock on a Saturday and the rest of the days I was at work. And it's mental, really, isn't it? Because you just, you in the end, you think, I'll book an holiday because I'm tired. You're better off working less hours and not going on holiday. It definitely changed me in the lockdown because I'd never been used to spending any time in my own house. And then all of a sudden you find out you've got a really nice house, you've just never been in it. And I've got this all set up in here now as well. So This is like the man cave, whatever. Well, not man cave, computer room and all that. It's just whatever I do, doesn't matter how many drawers I buy. I've got loads of drawers down here that I bought, and I've never got enough space. I've always got a desk full of something. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 devices on here. 2 of them I must have not used for a month. One I ain't used for 6 months. Cloud Chucker, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So it was just a bit of a random one. I was going to just come on about 9 o'clock time, and then when I looked, Punk Rock Vapor was on, I thought, well, that's a bit rude if you do that, isn't it? I try not to do that. It'd be a bit different if it was the other channel, because it's a different sort of audience. But certainly for this type of thing, you don't want to be going on the same time as each other. Because probably nobody would have come across here anyway, because I ain't been live since, I don't know, I put a video up in December, I think. I don't think I've been on live on here since. But it's like last night, I came in, and normally I go on with Benny on a Sunday night, and I come in and I felt like death warmed up. You know what I mean? And you just think, I'm pleased we didn't have a show, because I really don't fancy doing one tonight, if you know what I mean. So I was in bed for about, actually it was 2 o'clock. And I woke up at 7, I was up for 8, and on the road for about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was in nearly in Mablethorpe for 10:30. Well, not Mablethorpe, but just before it. There's a lot of kids about today, though, because the kids are off round here. I don't know if they are where you are. I know if you get across the other side of the Humber, up into Scarborough and places like that, they're off the week before. They're always off so the week before ours. So I think next week I'm off to Skeg Vegas. Be about 3 days there. Start off at one end, and then do an hour or 2 hours. And then come back the next week and do an hour or 2 hours. You know what I mean? And then then I've got Cleethorpes to do, and I can't think of anywhere else to go, really. There's a few more places around Mablethorpe, but they're more like bays and stuff like that. Hey, a bit rough here, mate. Bless you. That's because she's come home. There's that bug about, isn't there? My wife had it last week. She got it off the grandkids. And she was as rough as out. It was like she got COVID. She looked so poorly. She's still got the cough now. Poor lass, she went out badly. I'm thinking, you watch, it's Valentine's weekend, and I'm going to end up with it. So, do I know about Scotland? Yeah, but I nip out for a couple of hours on a Monday morning. I don't think I'm going to nip out to Scotland for a couple of hours. Some beautiful beaches in Scotland, isn't it? Ordered the Ob Job V2. I don't know what one of them is. I'm a bit out of the loop, Mike. But I've had a small buffet. I've got a mech out. I've got a couple of mechs out. I think this one, it wants a bit of... it's not firing too well. And I've cleaned all the contacts up. It maybe wants a bit of a buff up with something. You know, some real fine sand and sandpaper or something. Because normally it's like a truck. Oh, it's going now. Because it's only got a real short body, isn't it? I don't know what an Odd Job V2 is, mate. I don't think I can Google it because it'll get rid of me check. Oh, it's another borrow tank. It's my wife's birthday on Sunday, so you probably won't be around Sunday now. I've got some feet to massage. It's getting a bit fogged up in here. I'd forgotten what it was like. Do you still use your mechs, Mike? Saying I hadn't used these for ages. They were all patinaed up on the switches, so I decided I fancied a bit of a mech. I ain't felt like it. I don't want to keep going on about it, but I don't know if anybody's... When you first start with high blood pressure tablets, it makes you feel bloody awful for ages. And it took me ages to get... They put me on the wrong ones for the first 6 weeks, and I didn't realise they had. I thought it was just the way it was, or 8 weeks or something like that. So I felt like dogs do, and you didn't fancy vaping mechs or out like that. It was bad enough. I was just vaping Onyx because it was fruity and minty. Because I felt like I'd got some sort of flu bug. Anyway, they've changed my tablets and then they've upped them a bit, so I've been feeling a bit crap this week. But I think I've got leveled off now. But it's sort of the tablets I'm on, they give you sort of sinusy headaches and that. So that's the story. But anyway, I think I finally got them tuned. But it definitely does seem to help getting out of the house and going for a good long walk. It gives your body a chance to recuperate. Feet massage in other places? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's her birthday, not yours. See, there you go. Wants a buffing up. It's the first time that's ever done that. Yeah, mate, using mech. Still been using my Kennedy Vindicator a lot, and the overpowered stacked. That's the I'm not really ready for a stacked yet, I don't think. So I've just been tootling along on mouth to lung. And I haven't made my own juice for ages either. I've still got some that I use occasionally, but I've been just vaping this stuff. The price is just, it's hardly worth mixing. You might as well leave the stuff just in case it all goes tits up, isn't it, really? I mean, that Onyx is so easy to vape. You only use the mech once in my local vape shop. Never been sure about them, so just stay away. They're all right. They're all right. If you put if you put a build in it, put the RDA on a regulated mod, it'll tell you if it's going to short. If it's about 0.10, 0.11, and it's a 21700 battery, it'll run that perfectly well. And you just got to make sure there's no rips in your battery wraps. And that type of thing. That's basically it, really. If they're not that difficult. It's a Bogan mech. It's called a Lascar V2. That's the Rangdar that he's got on the back of his neck. A Balinese, I don't know what they call him, god or whatever. It's nice, isn't it? It came from Russia, that. It was a lot of money. I spotted it on Facebook and about an hour later I bought it. And I've always liked it. I've dropped it a couple of times and it's never took any paint off it. It's really, really well made. So, what did they say there was? Not Vulcan mud. You see it last year at the expo, John, I think, didn't you? Vulcan mods, that's it. That's what it comes in. I even got Bogan signed it for me when it was the expo last year. Cheers, Kant. I've got Sable DNA mods. Should be fine for... Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be. I say you just got to make sure your battery wraps aren't all ripped at the top or all the way down the side or anything like that. Because obviously you're going to get a short with that. Make sure your bill's not too low. Comes with that lot, so you can. It's like a little carrying thing. This wood box, authenticity card. The only trouble was with it at the time. It's just after they were falling out with the other country, and it cost me about 70 quid to get it over here with because the only people that bring it was DHL. That's what it looks like. It's actually got different Lascar V2s in without the Bogan thing on, and they're cheaper, I think. I think it was about, by the time I got it here, it was nearly 400 quid. I'm pleased I bought it. Yeah, it is nice. They are beautiful. I said they're a lot of money. Whether I'd buy one again now, I don't know. But I like the way it hits. So it must be. It must need buffing up or something because I've polished away at the button and it's still not. Because there's nothing to go wrong with them, is there? Yeah, I was there in. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going in May. I don't really want to miss it, but then again, I don't want to go and spend a load of money on a hotel room if it's not going to be amazing. You know, if it's going to be half full or something. They're all brand new orders. Yeah, right. Yeah, good. Yeah, if you've got one, you want to try it. 21,700 are the best. Because you get a nice, good... if you get a molly cell, or if you've got some 30Ts, because you can put a 0.1 build on a 30T, because the amperage is just right. Just got to make sure that you put the RDA first on a regulated, fire it up on that, and then you'll find out if you've got any shorts or anything, and then sort it out and be all right. Purge have made a new mech, forgot what it's called. 350 quid. I've been to Purge in Orlando. They're a bit expensive, but they are very, very good. I had four or five. I had five, I think, but because I bought two, and then when Lou was poorly, I put them in the auction. And Mike, Wicklicker Mike, who was not Wicklicker anymore, he bought the Hear No Evil, See No Evil. It was a Hangerman one, a Hangerman engraved, but it was only 2,700. I bought it just as a thing to keep. I don't want to miss, but I don't want to pay out my nose for a hotel. I may rent a motorhome. Leave it near the time. You'll probably find out that it's cheap as chips, to be honest, because they always put them right up, don't they? Unless there's a big act on or something like that. But they tend to be more on in the festivals in the summer, isn't it? So big acts tend to be more on in the October one, don't they? I've got all mollies and 3 sets of 30Ts. There you go then. You'll be fine. Have you actually got some mechs, John Paul? So if you get stuck, just, go in a Zoom room with somebody or something like that. Once you've used them for a little while, you don't get complacent with them, but you realise, don't start being daft and putting a 0.7 in or something like that, and and just put a 0.1 in. Set a 0.1 aliens in it, and a 30T up his jacks. Make sure all your buttons are all polished up inside, all the contacts and stuff like that, and make sure your RDA, if it's one of these, if it's a hybrid, which means that there's no 510 in it, it's just got a hole, make sure that the positive pin coming out the RDA protrudes enough to hit the top of the battery, because otherwise you could have got, you can get a short from it. So the thing is with mechs, once you've used one, you realise how good they are. But let's say you've got to drip all the time, and you've got to keep them tidy inside all the time. I've looked online at the Purge mod, pound for pound. I've just looked online, and the Purge mod, it's called a pound for pound, is it? Yeah, I went in their shop in Orlando. I took a purpose, like a pilgrimage. Pulled in, and they just got I was a bit disappointed. They got a bar at one side with a pool table. At the other side, they got a juice bar and all that sort of thing. I think now they're sort of full of glassware as well, because they like to. Obviously, it's legal there, so they do that hydroponic type stuff. Because obviously they've got to make a living. I mean, they had 3 shops, didn't they, before the big thing happened in the US? They had one at Cocoa Beach as well, and then 2 more, but I think they're down to 1 now. Use the semi-mech all the time. What's that one? What, like with the 510 in? They're completely different. The thing is, though, like the first 2 on it, when you put a fresh battery in, that's the best one you're going to have, because it's just going to drop from there, and there's nothing else in there to sort of level it up or move it about. So it's just that. I have a Thunderhead Creations Torrent. It has a removable chip. All right. Yeah, right. I know, I ain't got one of them. So all mine are hybrids. I've spent some money over the years on vaping, though. When you start looking about, and that was about 300, this one, I think, 200 or 300. Then you got that one at about 380. The Purge was 400. The slam piece, the small one. The stack piece, I got it for $279 on a sale from the place that I bought it from. From Fast Eddie's in Orlando. I've got a little 18650 down here that I must have paid 150 quid for. Oh, yeah. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, you're not far off then. You've got you know how to hold one, you'll be all right. Don't panic. So I've just been doing that. I mean, the problems come when you start to get these devices with 3 or 4 batteries in. If you've got a single, you can't put the battery in the wrong way around in a tube mech, can you? Because either way it'll work. They tell you to always look for those holes and put the positive end of the battery there because that's where it'll vent from. So give it somewhere to come out of. So if you put the positive end up, you give yourself a chance. But the best thing you can do if it starts going weird is open the window and throw it as far as you can. Malicel P30Ps. I don't know what I've got here. I can't remember what mine are. I've got 4 of them. They're brilliant in that stack because the thing is with the 30Ts, the positive bin don't protrude enough, and you have to put a washer in between. But if you use the Malicels, you don't have to. I don't know if I could take a stack back now. I've got a rule breaker here. It's like vaping a bloody gas fire. It was like 150 quid. Whatever possessed me to buy that? I must have used it twice. Bloody things. I've got a storm breaker, a rule breaker, a saga. So I've got the purge slam piece, the purge stack piece, a little 18651 in there. I've got the heavy hitter. I had 2 of them because I could coil one of them because he didn't have one. I can't think what the little 18650 one is. I've hardly really used that, to be honest. It was a waste of money. I've got this one here as well I forgot about. Specially made by Flat Cap. Bless him. That's why it's always on show. I forgot to mention it. You go that way. That's better. Check your bits. Those panels are called Hope. That's a 1 of 1 because he said it was that difficult to bloody make it. I'm not doing that again. He said I couldn't get the colours right. I'm all fogged up now. Malicel P30B. Yeah, I like the 30Ts, but I don't think they're available now, are they? I just like the fire in them. They're good. Put my heater on. If it gets really noisy, let me know. I don't know if I've got it pointed down here or not. It's got my air conditioning unit here. We've got no heating upstairs, so I just flick it on and on 24, and it's like a bloody oven. It's lovely. Thunder Creations Torrent. I don't think I've ever seen one of them. Yeah, check your bits every day. Yeah, but you're not supposed to play with them. You're just showing off if you do that, yeah. She's banging on the door trying to get in. You've got one. Yeah, I do. What a nice guy. He made that and sent it. He brought a tear to my eye, that did. What a lovely, lovely man. I just wish him every success there is because he's just genuine. That is some, people deserve, don't they? People deserve. People deserve to do well. Anybody else do that? Count the drips. I always used to take the top cap off to and paint the. I think I need to do with this one because I ain't got any juice on half of it. I thought that was a bit dry. I maybe I ain't got the cotton quite long enough because it's quite a deep juice well in this. Or maybe got it a bit too dry to catch up. It's they're a nice RDA, these. You can't get them anymore, but I wish I'd got 2 at the time. Because you can actually get a set of series cores. Hello, Bunny. How you doing, Ducky? P45B. Yeah, right. Good job I didn't go straight online and buy some P30Bs, isn't it, really? Right, we're off. I was vaping that last night with the same juice as what I've got in this sub-ohm tank. With that juice. And when I went onto the sub-ohm tank, it tastes like I didn't have any flavour in it. I'm absolutely fantastic, thanks, Bunny. I didn't get in last night because I came home from work and I didn't feel particularly well, so I just didn't bother. I just went and watched the telly. It's lovely to see you. Lovely to see all of you. Especially now I've got a new show name. I need to send you this juice and all, to be honest, if I ever get on with it. If I don't, I'll just bring it to Expo. That'll be easier. It's not too many weeks away, is it? But you've got plenty of juice, so hopefully this will not blow on that mic because it's coming down from, it's like the dove from above. Airflow. There we go. It's cracking idea getting these. It's lovely and cool in the summer and lovely and warm in the winter. I knew it was going to start blowing, that's why I did that. 24 degrees it's blowing at, red hot. But you can see the electric meter doing this. I booked my room, yeah. Yeah, I booked a posh room and then stopped drinking. So I don't need the fridge, so I might change it. We'll just see what it comes up at a bit nearer the time. Yeah, I'm going to come. I don't, whether I'll stay both nights, I don't know. But I'm definitely coming for the Friday. And I'll stay Friday night and I'll see what I do on the Saturday. But we'll see how I ought to just stay the whole time, really, and then come home on the Sunday because it's a nice break. And I think it's the week before that it's a bank holiday, so it's not a bit like it's going to be mad busy. But I do enjoy it there. I think it's cracking, isn't it, when we all get sat under a tree. It's brilliant. I just have to bring my own tea bags. Yeah. Bless you. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know if I've got one here, and I didn't realise how potent it was, to be honest. Now, whether I've got the one that's got no... Because I already had a bottle, and I don't know if I bought another bottle, but this is really bloody strong. But it's hard to tell because they're really dark. I don't know whether that's... whether I'm actually been vaping it with zero nicking, because you can't tell so much, can you, with a sub-ohm device? Not like... I mean, if you vaped 0 milligram in the mouth too long, it'd just be a waste of time, wouldn't it, really? I'll bring you this up anyway. Because it's not really me, then you can try it. If you don't like it, you can pass it on to Darren or somebody else. I don't think I've got anything else I don't like, so I'll have a look round, and if it's out I don't care for, I'll just bring it up and give it to somebody. There's always somebody that likes stuff, isn't there? Because we've all got a different flavor, different taste, don't we? Different taste buds. This is the scone one, boysenberry scone. But I'm not. How could you do that? I'm not absolutely wild about it, to be honest. I'm not mad on that bakery taste. There's only, there's half a bottle, I think. There's more than half a bottle. So it's hard to tell because the dark bottles with a lot of label, but it looks to be about there somewhere. So I haven't used much of it. Obviously, I did a review on it and then I used it for a day or something, and then after that, I never really bothered with it again. Talked to your wife the other week about the other things I could vlog about, and I told her about your channel, Walking with Mick. She said, the trouble is sometimes we have the kids. They just let you go for a walk. Take the kids with you. point your phone in front of you and just walk. They don't want to be on the other channel. All right. Yeah, grand's worth that. It's worth a grand. It's got to be worth a grand because you can't get it. I don't know what to tell you, BBG. I mean, I go on my own. If I noticed if I text Sue and I start flying my drone, she'll be hopping from one foot to the other saying it's a bit cold here, isn't it? So I'll just go on my own. And I think sometimes in your life you've got to do things on your own, haven't you? And we've been together like 43 years. You know, and there's nothing better, really, to be honest, than walking down the beach on your own in the winter with nobody about anyway, with the wind blowing up your nose, clearing your silences out, and you can just talk into a microphone on your camera. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I've never been motivated whatsoever to take exercise. I've got a bloody 500 quid treadmill just here that nobody's ever seen. It's just, you know, propped up. And I find it the most boring thing in the world. I've used it. I used it for about 2 years. I lost loads and loads of weight. And then with work and stuff like that. And then Sue was on nights, so you couldn't use it when she was on nights because obviously she was in bed. It makes a hell of a noise when you start clanking about on it because obviously we're upstairs. And I just found it boring. But actually just to say click on your camera and just walk down the thing. And video different things, especially in 4K 60, because everything's so clear. You could see the grass moving and everything. It's that clear. It's amazing. But so that, you know, and I like having a go with my drone as well, but not as much as using that camera. Drones are fantastic just to put 10 minutes on at the beginning or the end or in the middle. But it's the actual filming I enjoy. It's lovely. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I've been going to get rid of it because this room's not massive. And I've been going to get rid of it. It's so big, it'd be difficult to get rid of. You know what I mean? And it cost, I think I've owned it 10 years. So it's not really worth anything as such, is it? But if I could get it to bits, it'd have already gone. But I need to take the bed off, but it's got them big, real big bolts in it and then them torque screws or something like that. And so I just need to take it to bits. And, you know, I mean, somebody, especially like in January, had just said, oh, yeah, I'll have it, wouldn't they? You know, because everybody wants to lose weight in January. And then it's like February when they've got their clothes on it instead of that. This is, I use the handles for cable racks. The top of it's got a hat on it. But say I could actually get a chest of drawers in there, you know, in the corner or another desk or whatever. And it would be marvellous. You know, the room would be, I really do need the room because everything's sort of chucked in together. It would completely change this place if I got rid of that. But I just need somebody to come up and shift it for me because there's no way you do it on your own. But if I could get the bed off, which I'm presuming you can, because somebody must have put it on at some point, wouldn't they? It looks like there's just 2 bolts that hold the bed on. But, say the torque screws. And who's going to have a torque screw that bloody big? I can't imagine anybody would. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, that's it. But the thing is, you get enough exercise anyway, don't you? You're flat out, stood up in your shop, bloody running about all over. Mike, the reason we got it is because I used to really suffer with my back. Really, really badly suffer with my back because I was quite a lot overweight and just sitting in the cab all day. And then I come home and sit in the chair all day, you know, all evening. And then we got a new bed, and I don't think the mattress was as comfortable as it should have been. And I think that bit where you laid on that hard mattress, I think that didn't do any good either. But I went to see a Thai woman last year, proper massage therapist, not a rub and tug. And I went every week for about 8 weeks. It cost me a fortune. It was like 50 quid a time. And I've never been back since. But since Lou's been poorly, I just don't have the bloody interest, to be honest. But I ain't really had a bad back. You watch, I'll stand up and my back will go. But I've been going to the same lady for a lot of years, and I think the world of her. She's a lovely lass. But I think in the end, her type of therapy wasn't really helping me. Whereas when I went to this Thai woman, they Oh, it was bloody agony. You know, she said to me in the end, because I was screaming, she said, "You're going to have to shut up and just put up with it, because otherwise I can't do you any good." So that's what I did, but my eyeballs were sticking out like some cartoon character. It was awful. Oh, it was like torture. They even do the side of your feet, and it feels like they've got a bloody rusty nail sticking in them or something. It's horrible. The pain's awful. But she got me going anyway. That's the main thing. You gave your treadmill to your parents who wanted to lose weight, but then... Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, well, that's it. I say this one is it's nearly as big as one of them what you see in a gym. It's huge. Because obviously, like, I'm a big lad, and there's no good getting me one of them small ones. I'd have put my feet through it. But I get enough exercise now without one, to be honest. Plus the fact I won't be able to get the bed down now because I've put that many shelves up. If the bed fell down, it'd knock 2 shelves off. So, but you know, I definitely feel better for just actually walking. Really, when I was doing, I can't remember what I got going that fast. I was nearly running, but I never ran on it. I only ever walked. But I was walking that fast; it was nearly like I was running. And I used to do that for about 3 kilometres, and I used to be covered in sweat. It used to run off my face and all down my head. And I used to be soaked with sweat. But I lost loads of weight with it. I think I lost 4 stone with that and changing my diet. And I think I stopped drinking beer and drank vodka or something. That's one thing that'll put weight on you, especially as you get older. Beer. But beer's so nice, isn't it, really? I don't know why they made beer taste nice. Because, you know, I suppose the same as everything, isn't it? Chocolate tastes nice as well. One thing I did when I stopped drinking, I started eating loads of chocolate, and I'm thinking, oh, it's my body wanting sweetness or something like that. So then I read up on it, and it says, no, it's your body looking for the dopamine that you used to get from drinking alcohol. So I just stopped eating that as well. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right, it is. And sitting down as well. I mean, I bought a chair for up here, and it was a big, wide one, massive. It was too wide for me. And the fact that you were trying to sit in the middle of the chair and your body's trying to hold you up in it, it then upsets you back. Well, I got this one. This was quite a lot of money. But I'd put it in and out of the basket that many times. And in the end, it was on a weekend where my back had gone, and I thought, I am going to get a proper chair. So I bought this one. And I've had it about 2-3 years now. My back was that bad when my mate come. He had to help me put it up because I couldn't put it up because I couldn't get it together. And since then, you know, sitting up in an upright position. Yeah, I've lost a bit of weight, mate. Yeah, thank you very much. Not masses, though, really. But I did have... I've got a photograph on my 40th wedding anniversary. And we were waiting for that big car to come, and I was stood there with my normal coat on, and it was too small for me because I'd put loads of weight on around my guts. And there's a photograph of me and my 2 brothers, and my face had gone all puffy. You know how it does when you drink too much. It gone all sort of puffy, and my eyes were sunk in and all dark around the head, and I looked like shit, to be honest. And so I think that's probably what it is. But I hadn't lost masses of weight. Probably only lost about 1 stone. But I think most of it was off my face. My daughter showed me a photograph. I'll see if I can find out from then. I don't think I'll be able to find out from then, to be honest, because obviously other people take the photos, don't they? Have a look. I keep. Well, that was just before Christmas, and my face is definitely bigger on there, isn't it? If it ever focus, you could see it's all around the bottom of my chin and that. That's a nice photo, isn't it? That's Lincoln Cathedral under an archway straight opposite. It was a lovely day, that. We took Lo out for a meal. She didn't have the kids with her. There's my taxi outside the White Hart in Lincoln. That's where Tom Hanks stayed when they did the the Da Vinci Code in the cathedral. I went to Ole Ole. So look. No, they're into me. There might be some here. There's me driving that car. Look. That was a day never to forget, wasn't it? That brilliant. Okay, I ain't got any. So Lou showed me one last week, and I've definitely lost weight in my face. Hang on. Yeah, walking is excellent exercise. I walk to and from work every day. My knees hate me for it all. Yeah, it's my ankles I struggle with. It is a gorgeous picture, that, isn't it? There's a few. We actually got a bloke to take one of 3 of us, but I ain't got a copy of it, and it's lovely. It was just a lovely day because it was just, obviously with that bloody disease, you treat every day like it's the last time you're ever going to see it because you have to do, just in case it was. So we try and make everything really special. But it was just nice to not have the older kids with her or the younger kids, so we just actually got time with her. It was like her being our kid again. I didn't lose weight through any effort because of illness, but strange side effects. It helped your bad back. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I suppose if you've got all that, fat floating around inside your body, it doesn't do any good, does it? But I must be still 19.5 stone even now. But if I get to 16 stone, I look like I've got an illness because it's, I'm a fair-sized guy, and there's a certain weight that you don't want to be. I got down to about 15.5. My wife says, let's put some back on, you look bloody awful. And she was right, I did. It's a shame that, isn't it? So how long have we been here? Bloody hell. I can still rattle on then. Yeah, there were some lovely photographs of that 40th wedding and all. I see my 2 little grandkids today. The youngest one, Susie, she got that bug that everybody's got. She ended up with pneumonia. So about 3 weeks ago, she ended up in hospital all weekend on oxygen because she couldn't. The oxygen alarm kept going off at night to say she was low on oxygen. She was really, really poorly, and I saw her last Monday, so it must have been 2 weeks ago. And she was absolutely as white as a sheet. I would have believed it if they took her back in. She looked so poorly. And today she's coming. She's got all the colour in her cheeks and breathing's all right. She's lovely. Kidney problems a few years ago. Ended up for a week and lost over 2 stone. He was 10.5. Yeah, the thing is, that's a lot of weight, isn't it, to lose? There's one of the comedians. He suffered with his back. Can't remember what they call it. In what talks like that, I can't think what he was on. And he said he started walking a mile a day. And he said, since I've done that, I've got no back problem. So mine was only muscular, it weren't bone, because obviously you can't fix bone by going for a walk, can you? Not really. So we may be able to do this again, Now I've got a new name. I might change the channel to that name. What do you think? The hospital day, I've been quite lucky. I've not been in hospital since I was about 15. And then I had a toenail off, and they used to keep you in because they used to do it under general anaesthetic because they used to take the nail off the nail bed and everything. It wasn't just where they do a slice down the side. So that's the only time I've ever actually been in hospital. And the only medication I've had is obviously headache tablets through having hangovers and sort of strange sleep patterns. With doing what I do for a living. And the only regular medication I've ever had is for acid reflux until I started with this other stuff. But apparently once you get on this, you never get off. I've got a season ticket now for the bloody pharmacy. Christ. It's a good job and all, because they keep changing the medication on a regular basis, and I've ended up, it cost me £100. I suppose I better go. We've got another 4 minutes. I'll stay another 4 minutes. Oh, you enjoyed it, did you? Have you ever been in, when you go in hospital the first day, and they ask you to write down what you want for dinner. So you write down, and you're looking forward to it all morning, and then something else comes, and you say, I didn't order that. So no, yesterday's bloke did. It's a day behind. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I actually made a conscious effort and lost it. Because I had a bad stomach through eating crap. I used to deep fry belly pork. So you can imagine what my stomach was like. Deep fried fat. Oof. God, it was nice though. I could eat it now even. It was beautiful. But obviously my stomach thought, nah. Not at all. Yeah, feeling fit again. Yeah, you feel like you want to take on the world more, don't you, when you get up? Whereas before, I'd sit there rough as hell, and then I'd be like, oh, God, I've got to go to work. And then, all the time you're at work, you think, I'm tired. Whereas now I can't wait to get stuck in. Great to see the show back. It was just an idea, Mike, and then I realised that Punk Rock Vapor was on. So I decided to do it tomorrow night, and then when he went off, I thought, well, I'll do it tonight. It's easier because chances are, if I put a show up for tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, I'll end up getting a job out of town and never get here to do it. So you grill belly pork, then I tend to grill most. Yeah, I like it. I love belly pork. I absolutely love it. But we don't eat it very often because my wife doesn't like it. But I tell you what, I wonder what it's like in her. You see. I wonder what it's like in an air fryer. Whether it just warm up and go jellified. Because you need a bit of crunch to it if you can get it, don't you? I love pork fat. Unless it's jellified and then it's sickly. But I absolutely love it. I do like fat. I like fat on steak, but now it's bred so lean, isn't it? They breed it too lean now, and there's no flavour in it. Right, I suppose I better go. Sue's in 10 minutes, so I've got to run around and look like I've been busy. No, not really. If you're not subscribed, pop over to my other channel and have a look at the other thing that I do. I presume you all are on here, though. I have a lot of fun doing it, and we've got 124 subscribers. I say we, I on that one. I've got 124 subscribers. And I get some really good views on the videos. There's one of the videos on there has had over 600 views, and that was when I think I had 5 subscribers on there. And the average you get more views on walking down the beach with a camera than what you get, what you could get on a juice review or something like that. You had to have something pretty high end to get the views that I'm getting on there. And the watch time hours are coming up really quick because of the length of the videos. And I find it really easy to do because you just, press record and go for a walk. It's that easy. So it's called rendering the fat so it dissolves in your mouth. Well done, Sean. Thank you for that. You're the only person in here that ain't got a spanner. We ought to call it the Blue Club, didn't we? Something like that. I put that buy me a coffee on the other thing. There's a buy me a coffee thing that you can do. I'll put that on the walking thing. Nobody's bought me a coffee but I just thought, because I spent £1,000 and then I had to buy a new drone because I dropped the other one. Yeah, catch you later, John Paul. Rendering the fat so it dissolves in the mouth. That sounds perfect. I render videos, but they don't melt in my mouth. Anyway, thanks. Absolutely. It's been lovely. Just nice to sit and have a chat with my friends. It's been lovely. Most of your friends in real life as well. So we ought to do this again sometime. I'm not sure when, but maybe get something regular going. I might change the channel to what was it? I can't even remember what I called the bloody stream now. I might change the channel name to that for a laugh. And right, we'll catch you all soon. Look after yourselves, and I might make it on with Benny this week, so we'll see. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.